Janet back up for one more time.
Hello. Because all my copies of Shattering the Glass Ceiling were sold. Because right now we've got a sale, only $10 for all these books. It's a discount. What do you know? It's a crazy discount. I'm going to share with you one poem from a book I only have one copy of, Love, and that's Testament. That's a CyberWit book I did a feature here for, and it has 4 parts: suicide, parts, things from the first book of the Old Testament and the first book of the last book of the New Testament, and the first part, which is over half the book, is all post-Roe v. Wade poetry. So it's all very women's rights oriented, and I'm going to share something from that from you, especially because I'm a Chicagoan who now lives in Texas. I'm going to share one of those poems that relates to that to you, and they're all very scientific, so I hope you will appreciate this. This is titled, Eliminate All Rapists. After Texas's abortion laws last year made no excuses for rape, Republican Governor Greg Abbott assured his people by saying, Texas will eliminate all rapists from the streets. I'm sorry, Mr. Abbott, what a narrow view. If you think all rapists are walking the streets in search for the next random victim. The people in clinics in your state will tell you that 8 out of 10 rapes are by someone the woman knows. So whether or not you can keep the streets clean, the streets aren't the place that you should look, but to the men that these women once trusted. Eliminating all rapists is a wonderful idea, so saith this Queen's Rape Workshop facilitator. But it's really a mystical, magical idea in the end, when the mentality of men has to change, when you have your law enforcement tapes that can actually begin to try to climb that already uphill battle that's eons in the making. For critics, say, Greg Abbott's statements seem to be detached from reality when sexual assault hotlines in Houston are going just as strong as post-Texas rights removing and debilitating the women law passing versus before Abbott passed these laws to hurt women so. You can't will something terrible like this away with a single press release or a public statement. Hopefully, especially when the only thing Texas has done to stop rape is to try to remove the backlog of rape test kits. Thanks for being on women's side once again, Governor. We should know that if you take away our rights in one place, your behavior won't change to help us ever, anywhere. And they're very angry. Sorry. But the other one I'm going to share with you is from the new book, The Universe is in Your Hands. There are things from all around the world. Some of them are nature themed. Some of them want to talk about the catastrophes of climate and what. But I had to do something that is much more nature themed for you guys. This is going to be the second poem in a last feature in Chicago for this book. And it is all about the Pacific Ocean, and it's called Uniqueness Finds Love. Pacing inside my walls, I was trapped in this cage after hearing the news of one lonesome whale roaming the Pacific with a 52 hertz mating call, higher than what any other whale could hear. Discovered by naval researchers, this one whale pulled on the heartstrings of many generations because we all too painfully know that loneliness and that desperation. Can anyone hear our pleas? Pandemics force us into isolation, which further restricts any chance for connection. Days become years as we're forced into the separation, and we suddenly now connect with this one lonesome whale. In our new isolation, we sit in our boxes, type questions to our internet corporate big brother, and realize we're not alone in loss, as newspapers share, musicians, crew, and researchers search to no avail until they found audio records of that one singular sound in 2 places. There was another. Without finding the whale, they instead found hope that no matter where you are, no one is truly alone.